We on now. We're talking about tongues again?
What is going on, guys? We are live and welcome to Coldcast episode number 4.
Alright, so like, you look around the room and you think, if I put my tongue on that, I'd know exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel like we live in a simulation.
Yeah, that is true.
That's a little sus, isn't it?
Hold on, what do you think about that?
I think, if I look at that mic.
This mic?
You see the ridges in that mic?
Yeah.
If you were to lick that mic,
you
would know exactly what it feels like, and you don't even have to lick it.
See, you know what's crazy? Something I guarantee no one has ever licked. Well, maybe they haven't. They probably died. Hot lava coming out of a volcano.
I know what it feels like.
Doesn't matter. I can put it 10 times out of 10 exactly what it feels like. Guys, you want to introduce him? The man, the mythology.
Guys, Coldcast episode 4. We have Hussey with us today. The Hussey program.
Yeah, you're known for it. Talk about it. Tell us what it is. What is the Hussey program?
Alright, so
how it all started.
You guys already heard my name. Cody Hussey, right? You know me as the Hussey program. Well, that's how most people know me. You know, except for friends and family, you know, whatever.
To them, you're just Cody.
Yeah, I'm just Cody. That's just it.
Okay, all right. So, basically, tell us about when you started lifting, why you wanted to start the Hussey program, and how it's evolved. Because it's not just nothing. You know, it is a...
Let's restart that.
No.
It's natural. It's natural. It's organic. Tell us about you when you started lifting, Hussey program, what it is today.
All right, so
blooper reel.
What? No, this is good.
Yeah, no, this is seriously.
That was not good at all.
No, it was.
Did someone who ripped?
Okay, hold on.
Who farted?
Hold on. Hussey, continue.
Okay, word.
Who farted?
Someone farted?
Hussey, continue.
I didn't fart.
This
is terrible.
Hussey, continue. No, it wouldn't be if you continue.
Yeah, you got this, Hussey.
I'm like out of it now. Okay. All right. Wait, can we just
restart that? Coldcast episode 4. We got the Hussey program. Tell us about yourself.
You'll be alright.
So, what's up, guys? Cody Hussey. I'm the face of the Hussey program. All right. I started lifting 7th grade and haven't stopped since. You know, trying to get bigger, get swole. You know how we do it.
Where was your first lift? Where did it take place? Like your first workout or lift?
My first actual when I started.
Yeah.
I guess
it was inside my basement.
That's sick.
It was
weird. And that's where the program is now, right? That's where you.
Actually, it's funny you bring that up. I was gonna bring that up later. Where I first started working out in 7th grade was literally where the Hussey program gym is now.
Yeah. See, that's really cool.
Before it wasn't a room. Before it was the gym, it was my stepsister's temporary room, right? She lived there for a couple years, and then when she moved out, that's when I moved in the Hussey program, right? And it's kind of cool, because obviously that's literally exactly where all my equipment was where I first started to learn how to lift.
Yeah.
And who taught you?
Trial and error.
Yeah, a lot of trial and error. A lot of videos online. Danny, actually my stepdad Danny. Shout out Danny.
Danny. Way to do it, making the man.
He was the first one to kind of show me the ropes a little bit. Right? He's old school though, so he did a lot of old school type lifts. Right? A lot of chair dips. You know, a lot of supersets like that, push-ups. You know, just your standard stuff. Right? And we had his
old school.
Yeah, he had his old barbell. It was a plastic barbell. Right? And it's like a yay big, yay long.
Yeah.
And it was concrete weights with a plastic coating, right? Yeah. So it's real old school, right? And actually the first lift that I learned how to do was cleans and power cleans, right? Mm-hmm. And that was looking back on it, it's pretty cool. It's hard to explain. Yeah. It's
if you could do one thing different, we'll go around in a circle and say it, but starting with you, you started 7th grade to now. If you could change one thing or give yourself one piece of knowledge from now to the past, what would it be?
Form.
Yeah.
Form, preventing injuries, not ego lifting, right?
Did you have a lot of injuries ego lifting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
had a couple of big surgeries, haven't you?
Yeah, hip surgeries, and then I had a abdominal surgery. So I had appendicitis. That was my first surgery.
That stinks.
That was when was that? Beginning of my senior year, high school. So that was only a year and a half ago.
Wow.
Almost 2 years ago. So I had that, and then pretty much right after that, I started to develop hip pains, and those hip pains kept getting worse and worse. And I was training for football. I was trying to get big. I was lifting a lot, and I kind of put the pain aside. I've always been raised to tough it out. Don't be a pussy, right? Like it kind of had that mentality growing up. Like I get hurt, I fall to the ground, I get back up, and I do it again, right?
Yep.
It was always my mentality, but I definitely took it too far. My ego got the best of me, and I paid the price. And what had happened to my hips was, at first it started off with my right hip. And there's a tendon in the hip, and there's a tendon in the shoulder.
Yeah,
it's the same tendon. It's a labrum. Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot of people know that. Well, the labrum on my right side, actually, there was an abnormality, bone growth in my hip, which had caused a lot of friction in my hip joint, which had caused my labrum to tear, my right side first.
Yep.
Right. And so I didn't know that at the time. I was just like, it's just pain.
You playing games and stuff
yeah,
with
it's
it?
just pain, right?
Were you playing through games with it, like football games, or like what? What time of year was this? Just get
this was actually, I didn't even play football senior year because it was COVID.
Oh yeah.
But I had been training for football.
Yeah.
And actually, right after junior year, I did indoor track end of junior year, and that was when the pain started, right? Because I was doing a lot of running, a lot of intensity, a lot of agility shit.
Yeah.
And pretty much after my junior year track season, going into senior year, that's when I really started to put on some pounds. That's when I got up to 193, 195, right in that range. I was big. And those of you that don't know, I'm 5'6", right? I'm a, frame-wise, I'm pretty small. And almost 200 pounds on my frame is not ideal. But my mentality was...
You gotta replace the struts on that one, buddy.
Yeah, my mentality was, the bigger I am, the better. I am, the stronger I am, the better.
Yeah.
How long was the recovery for your hip surgeries?
I couldn't imagine.
So, getting back to the right side, so it started off,
Wait, hang on, just so like everyone watching is clear. You said so you had 2 labrum hip surgeries?
Yes, correct.
Or just right and left?
Right and left.
Okay, I just trying to make sure it's clear.
So it started off with my right pains, right? So this was about to go into my senior year. So this is when I was training really hard. COVID had already hit. I was training with Dylan and Tyreek a lot. Shout out Dylan and Tyreek. Well, Dylan's in the Marines right now. He's in boot camp. So fucking shout out Dylan, bro. Kill that shit.
Thank you, Dylan.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Dylan.
Thank you for your service. You won't see this for another 2.5 months.
Babe, but you let him know. You give him that. You send him a link, bro.
Love you, bro. We'll plug him.
Yeah.
Where was I? Hip surgeries.
Senior year, right one.
So I'll start off with my right one. As I was saying, I was training through the pain. I was doing routes every night. I was lifting every day. And I really wasn't lifting. Again, going back to the ego thing, I was lifting too much with my ego. And I was trying to show off too much for social media. And this was after I already started the Hussey program. And I was posting a lot of big lifts, like
lift big, get big.
Big deadlifts, getting, posting all like my big, huge meals that were just unnecessary, right? And I just got, too big, and everyone knew it, but
no one wanted to tell you.
Yeah, people would tell me, I just be like, nah, I'm just trying to get big, I'm just trying to get like buff, because again, going back to what I had said, a little bit ago to you guys, is I was always really scrawny. And I've always just wanted to gain weight.
Yeah.
But back to the hip surgery thing. So find out, I go to the doctors. I said I had enough, right? I need to get this checked out. Like I'd been training on this bad hip for forever. I went to PT and
they do those clamp things with the band.
Yeah,
dude.
I did a lot of adductor work.
Yeah.
abductor. I get my anatomy right.
Yeah, bro. Come on.
I gotta
get
get
off my podcast if the wrong one.
Yeah, I gotta get my
Nate
anatomy
doesn't want you. Nate only wants facts, all right?
Yeah. So I was doing a lot of like band work, just trying to rehabilitate my hip without surgery.
At this point, when you were doing the PT, did you know that you needed surgery? Was this like a dual option thing? They were like, try this first?
At the time, my mom, I would complain about it every night. Like, and I'm not one to complain about pain. Like, I've always been like, I'd always keep my pain a secret. Like, if I tweak something, I wouldn't say nothing about it. But it was just a repeated pain every single day. Every single time I practiced, every single time I lifted, it would hurt. So I ended up doing the PT, doing all that, going through all those exercises. Nothing was working, right? So I go to the actual doctors and I ended up getting an MRI and a CAT scan. And obviously it comes back. I had torn my right side, the labrum on my right side.
Was it a complete tear?
It wasn't a complete tear, which was good.
Yeah.
It was a partial tear, but it wasn't a good tear.
Yeah, I was right, because first time I ever talked to you, or one of the first times, Chris recommended me to you.
For
whatever reason.
I remember that.
And I was like, yo, we should definitely get a lift in. Like, I see this whole Hussey program thing you're doing. Like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, that'd be dope, but I just had hip surgery. And I was like,
yeah.
What the? I was literally in the Family Dollar.
I
remember it so vividly in the aisle with the spatulas, and you were like, I tore my labrum. I was like, oh shit, because my senior year or my junior year, last football game we played in was the conference championship against Marshwood. I partially tore my right labrum doing it, but I never needed surgery. I recovered with PT and stuff like that. I mean, it's still a little bit torn, but like, it's bearable for me. But I couldn't imagine, like, I couldn't lift my leg to get out of like the shower, like the bathtub. Like that's how bad it was. So I couldn't imagine for you.
Yeah, it got to a point where obviously at that point I knew it was partially torn, and the doctors, I forget the doctor's name, but he basically gave me a couple options. He's like, all right, Cody, you can get a cortisone shot, because this is when I was training really hard for football, and obviously I was hoping for a senior season, as everyone was, and obviously I didn't get it. I mean,
Janet Mills.
Yeah, look at Janet.
Take everything away, whatever. Our COVID rates are lower. Yeah, well, how's the monkeypox?
So, the doctor's like, yo, we could do a cortisone shot, right? We can start out with that and see what happens, right? And I ended up doing it because I'm like, I don't want to do surgery. I don't want to go through that. Fuck that, right?
Cortisone shot must have hurt.
Yeah. Oh fuck, dude. Like I remember,
I was really long too.
Yeah, and it was 3 different shots.
In my one hip.
What? Yeah.
You had 3 in one.
3 cortisone shots in one hip and one sitting, right? And and I remember the doctor. I was just sitting there, and he's like, "Oh, it won't hurt," and dude, it was the most pain like I've ever endured.
They have your legs strapped down?
What's that?
They have your legs strapped down when you did it?
No, they're just. Well, I was always pretty good with shots. You're like, yeah, you're gonna be all right. And like I was just like, I literally was gripping on to the side of the bed, just full force, just like.
That's brutal, man.
Just fucking do it already. But no, so I got the cortisone shot, and actually, I ended up getting the cortisone shot, and then I got appendicitis 2 weeks after it, 2 to 3 weeks after it. And that was when I got my appendix surgery. That's when I got my appendix removed, right? Mm-hmm. And so after I got my appendix removed, then my hips got really bad, especially my right side at the time. So at that point, after a couple doctor's visits, PT, I was still doing PT, right? Still trying to rehabilitate because they're like, oh, if you do all these exercises, you can get back to your normal self, but obviously that didn't end up working, right? And I was really dedicated to those movements too. I was doing them every single night, and nothing was happening. So I had the choice to get surgery, and they're like, listen, you could either do another cortisone shot, which they were just trying to get money out of us at that point, because the first cortisone shot didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. And then, or they're like, you can get surgery.
See, the problem with cortisone shots is to kind of go on a little rant or whatever. So like, most doctors who do them, obviously, I mean, you got us. I've had quite a few of them. It's like you need to know a cortisone shot is blind. Like a lot of people. So I had one for my back, right? My back pain. Mm-hmm. Usually, back pain isn't where it stems from. Like it might hurt like up here, but it's actually getting caused from over here. And if you don't hit that cortisone shot spot on, it's not going to do anything. Mm-hmm. Like I had one in my knee too, or whatever. It's like if you don't know where you're going, if that doctor doesn't know the exact point, that cortisone shot does nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like you probably got 3 of them, and all 3 of them missed where it was torn,
like,
and everything. It's the inflammation
that,
went down.
That could be it.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but like they get missed so much.
Yeah,
like people
honestly,
are like, give me another one, give me another one.
I have no idea. Like that cortisone shot didn't help at all.
Yeah, then it definitely didn't.
Literally,
hit a
the
single
pain
part.
came. Like he's like, all right, so it's gonna be really sore for the next week, right? I'm like, okay, and then it'll be good for a couple months.
Yep.
And then the pain came back within 2 weeks.
Yeah, literally.
And so yeah, it was a waste of money. Like obviously my mom paid for it at the time, and I don't know how many $1,000 it was. It was not cheap, right? And so fast forward, right? So I had the decision to get the surgery. I ended up so I ended up scheduling the surgery. So they're like, at this point, there's really I just want to get it fixed. Like they're like they try to beat the beat around the bush.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I just want to get it fixed. Like cut the bullshit. I want to get it fixed.
Yeah.
Let's do the surgery.
Yeah.
So I ended up scheduling the surgery, like I said, and then with COVID and all that, they scheduled the surgery, right, for like 3 months. So it was like a 3-month waiting list because obviously it was an emergency, right? And the surgery end up postponed for like another 2 to 3 months after the 3 months had already gone up.
Of course.
So like with all the COVID bullshit and everything, it ended up being like I was still working every day. At the time I was working for my stepdad doing construction. And I was doing everything, on a torn labrum. I was doing, I was still working out. I was still deadlifting. I was still doing everything.
Ugh.
And I was just making it worse, going back to the Eagle thing. That was when I was doing a lot of powerlifting and shit like that. And then a week before my right hip surgery, my left hip started to hurt.
Damn, bro, catch a break.
And this is a week before, right? And I didn't tell anyone, right? I just knew it. I was like,
oh yeah, you know.
I just self-consciously I was like, are you shitting me? It brought me to a really shitty place. It was like, all right, because I didn't tell anyone at the time, but I knew I was gonna have to get the right hip surgery, and obviously the recovery time it's a long time because labrums tendons take a long time to heal, and and then fast forward like 3 days prior to my right hip surgery, I ended up telling my mom, I was like, yo, my left hip is fucked up, right? And then obviously with that, like I was my right side had been messed up for so long. I've been compensating with my left leg. And actually I remember my left leg was way bigger than my right leg for the longest time because I'd always use my left leg for everything. If I'm stepping up onto something, picking up something heavy, I always go left leg first, always.
Yeah.
And obviously 3 days before, I ended up telling my mom, like, yo, my left hip is messed up. And I knew the labrum. I knew it was the labrum. It was the exact same pain as my right side. It was like, it was crazy. So 3 days go by, surgery day, right? That sucked. The whole process sucks. You can't eat. You can't. I don't know if anyone's ever had surgery, right? You can't eat the night before, like past a certain time. You can't drink water, can't do nothing. And then once you get there, you're all nervous. And it's just a whole shit show. Anxiety through the roof, right? So get the surgery. And then I get home, obviously. And I was out I couldn't walk for over a week. Like I couldn't even stand up and walk, right? And then at the 2-week mark, I could start using crutches. And then I'd started getting good with crutches, right? And then by like the just over the 2 week, right around the 3-week mark is when I could actually walk. And then, but when I was walking, I still couldn't lift my right leg. So I would literally because this was during the summer. I got the surgery end of July of last year. It was my first right hip surgery. And then, so I did that so I could have all of August to recover, right? And then I was going to start up school in September, right? That was my plan. That's how I wanted to do it. And I pretty much took almost all of August to get to a point where I could walk normally. So it took about a month. Obviously, I was still having pain every day. To this day, I still have hip pains. To this day. And it's been over a year since my second one. So it's just one of those things I deal with every day on a regular basis.
Yeah.
That's why I can't hit legs. I can't do heavy squats anymore. And squatting used to be my favorite movement, right? Beginning of my junior year, I was doing 405 for reps, right? And then now there's no way I'm ever gonna go over probably 315 for a long time.
Yeah.
Right. I have the strength. My hips don't have it.
Don't have the mobility.
They don't have. I wouldn't say I have good hip mobility. It's just when I would do a leg exercise, like, you know, really intensely, like I can still do squats and stuff, but like if I really like hammer out like squats and shit like that, I get wicked inflammation in my hips, and then I get really, it like, kind of carries up in my lower back, and it's just it's a shit show.
Yeah.
And so the way I do legs now is I'll do the stationary bike. I'll do that for like half an hour. And that gives you a mega quad pump.
Oh my gosh.
And then actually I bought a back extension. It's called like a Roman chair. I don't know if you know what a Roman chair is.
Yeah.
But you can do back extensions off it. You can do a bunch of core work. And so I'll do a lot of hamstring based and glute based exercises on that. And then I'll do a lot of my quad based exercises on my bike. Yeah. But that's what I do for legs. And then, so fast forward from that hip surgery, it was the surgeries are 3 months apart. So obviously, actually before the right hip surgery, I ended up getting an MRI on my left side, like 2 days before, and then obviously I knew it was already torn, but they're like, oh, we got to check just in case. So obviously you just can't, you can't just like, all right, we're going to have surgery on this side, well, get it checked.
Yeah, they cut you open and it's not the latest.
Oh yeah, whoa. Yeah, the doctor's getting fired.
So, so 3 months after that one, I got to a point where I could do everyday activities perfectly fine. Obviously, I would still have pains, right? Like everyday little pains, achy pains. When I wake up, it's really stiff. But I could still get through a day without what?
You're just doing you, man.
I can still get through a day fine.
All right.
And then something's up.
What are you laughing about? When you wake up, it's a little stiff.
My hips.
Yeah, bro, you're it's all right. Hussey can get it done all the time.
We all have that issue. God damn it.
You just gotta stretch it out. It's fine.
Yeah, you're healthy.
Yeah, is that what it is? I usually have to go pee.
Before my left hip surgery, I ended up getting another MRI just to confirm everything, just to get better pictures. And my left side was actually a way worse tear than my right side, which is kind of weird, right? And I could feel it almost. Like, it's kind of a weird feeling. It's almost like it just feels like a knife in your hip. Like the whole time you move wrong, and it's like it just feels like a knife turning in there.
Yeah,
it sucks. Like you probably felt that a little bit with your torn labrum.
Oh my gosh, dude! I literally thought it was awful. Yeah. It was awful. Like I've torn my MCL before, and that is like, and a couple other pretty big injuries, one of my shoulder too, and that was just completely brutal. They're cut. Oh, am I out of the frame? Sorry. Okay, I got scared. No, and I literally remember, and like you said it, I was kind of ready to just brush it off. You know what I mean? Like I tore my labrum, partially tore it in the second quarter. I played the entire game. Let me tell you, I was limping, getting beat the crap out of literally everything. I still just sat there and played. Like I didn't realize how bad it was. I was like, whatever, And then I got home, we got to the high school and we had to drive home, and I was like, Mom, you gotta drive me home. Yeah. I can't drive home. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, I go upstairs or whatever. I try to get out of the shower. She helps me in there. I limp myself in. I take a tub. I get my Epsom salts or whatever. I forget. I just need to relax. I try to get up, and I'm like, oh, I can't. So we actually go to my my girlfriend at the time. Her dad was a doctor or whatever. And I was like, oh, you know what? This is bad. I can't wait to go tomorrow. I need to go tonight. I was freaking out. And I go there and I check it out or whatever. He's like, yeah, I got an MRI and everything. I go get an MRI. It's partially torn and blah, blah, blah. You can do this and that. I mean, 6 weeks until I could probably normally walk. Seriously, I just limped everywhere, one crutch everywhere all winter.
Yeah. Anything tendon related.
Brutal.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible.
I couldn't imagine having both of them too. Yeah.
So, and then the recovery process was it was worse after my left side because it was worse. Actually, they had to spend an extra hour in surgery just to, so what they did in the surgery is they took it was a medical saw, literally a fucking saw, and they grinded my hip bone down.
Yeah.
Because the abnormal hip bone growth, whatever it was, they literally grinded it down with a saw.
Can you tell? You have a flat spot. Can you like feel it?
You want to feel?
Nah.
Can you feel a difference? Like what? I mean, maybe you
So
know.
so they grinded it down, and then they ended up reattaching the labrum to where it's supposed to be. And then, again, the recovery process was pretty similar. It was just more painful.
Yeah.
You know, like I'd try to go to bed, and any position I would get in to get comfortable, I just wasn't comfortable. I couldn't sleep for a couple days. It sucked. Like just being in bed, like pretty much bedridden, because I couldn't walk. You know, like the first hip surgery, I couldn't walk for the first week. Yeah. And then the second week, I could use crutches.
Yep.
So it sucked. And then obviously, 3 weeks after that, that's when I started doing PT stuff. You know, 3 weeks to a month after that. And then just slowly, it's a slow recovery. And
take your time, do it once, don't try to do it twice.
Yeah, exactly. Like they basically said the slower you go, the better. Like take your time.
Not with anything tendon like that.
Yeah, don't rush anything. You know, do all my movements with good form. Don't try to like do anything crazy, right? And so I really try to capitalize on that. And you know, fast forward to now, where I can basically do everything. You know, I can jump up and do box squats. I can do all this stuff. I just can't overdo it. Mm-hmm. And then that's if I were to overdo it, like I do like heavy squat stuff like that. That's when the inflammation will start to build up.
Diet back
so
down.
I still have to be careful to this day. But I'm definitely a lot better.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm glad to hear it. Moving out of that, so I know we haven't really confirmed anything, but I was thinking t-shirt drop last day of August going to Labor Day.
Yeah.
Does that sound pretty reasonable? Yeah, for any of you guys curious or whatever, the August 30th.
Yeah.
Right? And you know, or maybe we'll make it what day is Labor Day, the 3rd? Or is Labor Day the 1st? The 5th?
Mike guy. All right. Well, he looks that up.
Yeah, day of Labor Day.
I think this conversation started from if you could know one thing from 7th grade.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Yeah, that went around the ringer. Wow. So, him as form, let's not go 24 minutes on that convo. Whatever it is.
I just wish I knew more movements other than you know what I mean? I wish
just besides bench squat and deadlift, yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea what a chest fly was. I had no idea what I didn't or if I knew more muscles, you know what I mean? I thought there was arms and shoulders. Mm-hmm. And then back, chest, legs, or nah. I just wanted to do bicep curls and get big. Biceps were the one muscle I wanted to be big.
Yeah.
It's biceps.
Of course, everyone wants big.
You know what I mean? So
more knowledge of what it is.
More knowledgeable with exercises and musculature and stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Labor Day.
Labor Day. It's Monday the 5th.
All right. So Monday the
September
5th. Monday, September 5th, t-shirts are going to be live on the website. We're going to have a small inventory, but ranging from sizes to small to XL. Get yours before they sell out. We don't have any more dates for the next set of product or whatever. Still hoping for,
it's a work in progress.
Mid-fall.
It is so much harder than people.
Yeah.
People
don't understand.
When are you going to get a new flavor out? And I was like...
Oh, really? Yeah, you want me to pull that out of my ass?
Yeah.
Guess what? You know how long this took? It's geez, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're just going to have to dial it back.
It took,
look at the next...
October to April? October to... the idea to this.
Late April. We got this April 23rd. This came in.
If you guys don't know, obviously I'm not the owners. These two, they have worked their asses off. There's the process of creating a company is so complicated, and I for real, a lot of respect for you two.
Thank you, Hussey.
This shit is hard. It's hard work.
It makes it easier, and we have people like you supporting us, and Mike Guy, and all the athletes and everyone else. Hearing the constant good. There's good and bad feedback as everything, but having a good group of guys like you to bounce ideas off of and just support us and know whatever we do, you guys are gonna stand behind. It makes it a lot easier. So we appreciate having good people like you in the room and everything.
No problem.
Yeah,
it's definitely a team.
Yeah. So I guess the one thing I would change is kind of going along with knowledge about form, knowledge about more exercises, knowledge in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I really wish I knew. I wish I knew what it takes to look good, to feel good, and to perform 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Because it's not how hard you train or how little you train, it's what you put into your body for energy so you can train and recover.
I'm not disagreeing, but 7th grade, I'm eating box mac and cheese and hot dogs.
I totally agree to
Regardless,
it. You
if I
kidding
know
me?
it's right.
You kidding me, bro? Every Friday night,
Regardless, so I know it's right. I'm not
every
eating
Friday
it.
night, Chris and I would have
I'm
ice
not
cream with chocolate syrup,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm talking about?
And I'm doing that even if I know, even if I know what's best for me, I'm not eating it. Not in 7th grade.
Hey, there's a very I've learned recently. Obviously, I still like to train and stuff like that, and I got to figure out a better way to train. We always talk about balance and whatnot, but I'm just not into it right now.
No.
And I really got to hunker in on the diet because I can tell, and hunker on the training, and like stop just needing a motivation and start being disciplined with it because I'm not liking training at all lately.
Really?
It's not. I train 3 to 4 days.
Do you feel like you have to go and you don't want to go, or like?
It's a mix. It's a mix of not feeling like I have to go and not wanting to go, and also like I was miserable for so long with prep and everything that now it's like I'm happy hanging out with the boys. I'm happy eating what I want. I'm happy doing this or whatever, and I feel like crap and I don't want to go, and I push off a session till later, and it's just I just got to start prioritizing myself or whatever and start putting more of the business first and more of myself first and stuff like that. So it's definitely it's kind of
Do you think you could get that spark back into like having a lot of motivation to train, like you said
Nate and I touched, I think it was the first or second podcast, we talked about there's a difference between having motivation or the people who are going to die out and then obviously having dedication or whatever, and I definitely still have the dedication to go, but it is true you do need some kind of motivation at the end of the day.
You have a lot of dedication. I know that you still go to the gym, you still try to capitalize on your diet, but like you said, it's just it kind of sounds like you don't like really love it right now.
Yeah,
right?
it kind of sucks or whatever because I've been having some medical issues and whatnot. I actually had some gyno form, which has been really fucking shitty. Which is not something you can. It was diet, hormones, end balance. I got my bloods done, tests done, stuff like that. And that's pretty embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people deal with it, and it's just like I have no joy in taking my shirt off. I have no joy in doing anything else. It's like damn. So kind of finding a good balance of being able to take care of myself and move forward in the future is definitely it's set me back. These last 3 weeks, it's been like just one thing after another, and then I go for this Friday do a big doctor's appointment to get some more tests done and stuff and see what's really going on. But like fuck, like I don't want to train. You know what I mean? Like you can't change gyno. You can't do stuff like that. And everyone,
I had gyno when I was trying to get really big.
Yeah.
And I was in the lower 190s.
Yeah.
And
did it go away for you when you cut back down?
Yeah. Well, I still have a little bit. It's more under my right pec.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely it sucks.
Yeah.
Like it's such a it's when you look at yourself in the mirror, obviously you're yourself's biggest critique. And you just see these, see gyno, and you see a little fat here.
Yeah, I didn't notice it. My mom brought it up in June because it started to form then. I was really getting into the bulk and stuff, and I was like, Mom, like, no, I just maybe a little muscle imbalance, maybe this. Like, it's not gyno. Like, come on. Like, I pride myself on being symmetrical. I train my whole body to do this, and then it's like, I saw a picture of myself the other day. I was like, holy shit. I put my shirt back on instantly from what I was doing. I was so embarrassed. I was like, no, like this is not me. And then the sad reality it's like, it is what you are right now, and you just kind of got to figure out what's going on or whatever. And just like everyone else who deals with that kind of thing, it's like obviously everyone at the end of the day, like you just train to be your best self, and you're your biggest critique, like Cody said. But you just gotta, just keep going. I don't have anything else after that, but that's kind of
dedication.
Yeah, exactly. You just gotta keep going. I'm probably gonna have to drop some weight here and see what's going on once I get these blood work back. But yeah, any questions or anything? We get questions for this podcast.
Wait, you get questions going?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I mean, we're 30 minutes in, so let's get some questions.
Y'all got any on?
Yeah, did we get any on the thing, Nate? You want to check it on my phone?
Let me take a look here.
Hi, brother. Micah, how's your day been? Good.
It's good. Been busy, but it's been a good day. How about you guys? No, are you fucking kidding me?
What happened?
It stopped again.
Why?
I don't know, dude.
When did it stop?
It's your phone. It just stopped because I just checked it.
Yeah, Noah's been checking it.
32 minutes. What time is it?
34 minutes.
32 minutes ago. God
All right,
damn it!
start it again right now.
Okay.
Are you just gonna try to?
Let's mold it.
3, 2, 1, go.
Have you ever mixed your pre with milk?
No. Have you? Have any of you guys?
No.
Who in the right fucking mind would do
Well,
that?
Dusty thought it'd be a good idea to ask us.
We've been talking about good Dusty's been doing. Dusty, you're done.
Who else but Dusty would say that? I haven't even met you, man.
Did it
What's
cut
going
out
on?
again?
Yeah.
All right. We are just going to go blank podcast picture. It's fine. We're not going to be playing games or anything. It's fine. You know, isn't it?
Oh, we can just do audio over over a picture?
You know what I mean? Like, at the end of it, when it ends, I'll just continue the audio.
We'll just get like a sick fuck.
Yeah, we'll take a dope pic, and then I'll just sub it in.
Yeah. Because people aren't gonna watch it anyway. People like listen, it's podcast.
Yeah.
It's podcast. It's podcast.
Yeah, who really sits there to watch Joe Rogan over a desk like this? You know what I mean?
Mm.
I mean, I do, but not really.
Guys, people like.
Yeah, now you take the sunglasses. All right, guys. Next question.
We had a question from.
If you're really sitting here only watching this because you can watch it, you need to buy some tubs and go to the gym. All right, use code 0, 10% off Labor Day sale coming up.
Some fine gentleman asked us
Oh God.
the ideal wiener size for men.
Oh, well.
Who the fuck would ask that?
Is this like a man? Yeah, I wonder which athlete asked that. Well,
It's a loaded question.
yeah.
Cody Hussey.
Best for you. There's like best for personal hygiene. Best for like most comfortable. Best for pulling. And best for satisfying.
Hold on, wait, pause. Most comfortable for you or for who?
If it fits the hand,
I
it's
don't wanna
good enough
sit down
for
and
me,
be
man.
like, ow, every single time I
Oh yeah, no. Dude, I don't know if you can. You know, I know people with micro penises that still be schlang. Still be schlanging, and I know people with the old elephant honkers that ain't get no girls. So that's a subjective question. I would say anywhere between 4 to 7.
Standard deviation.
4 to
Standard
8.
deviation level 1.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You can go country to country, dude. I got a whole list of it, but got anything else?
What? You research this shit?
Yeah, look up.
Okay.
You can go to like Nash.
Hussey, questions.
All right. What we got here? All right. When did you start lifting? How'd you get into it? We already went over that.
Yeah.
What are your fitness and personal goals?
All right. My personal goals. We'll make it like a both way question. My fitness goals are to be shredded year round and happy with myself. My personal goals is I want to own a house by the time I am 24. 4 years.
Happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday!
Holy
Happy birthday.
guys, it's my birthday. I turned the big 2-0 today. Pool just got smaller, and that's all right. I'm
Me
kidding.
and Hussey had a conversation about the pool the other day.
Oh yeah, yeah. How's the pool looking, boys?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Fish full of sea.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Anyways,
Sea full of fish.
what are your personal goals?
I'll start with my fitness.
Fitness goal, personal goal.
All right, so fitness goals right now is to keep progressing my lifts as far as like hypertrophy strength, right? And keeping good form, preventing injuries. Honestly, I'd have to say my number one is preventing injuries. I went on a 20-minute spiel about hip injuries, shit like that. And obviously I've had little shoulder injuries, shit like that. And I just want to prevent that as much as I can and continue to lift and train and eat right. As far as personal goals, you did like a 5-year time frame or something?
Yeah, in the next 5 years,
It's-
maybe not own a house, but be
Well,
financial.
no, I mean your personal goal could be something that you can reach tomorrow, or it could be something that you're when you're like personal goals.
Like, damn,
time
like
frame on it.
maybe I want to eat 500 pieces of sushi in an hour. I had sushi the other day. It was pretty gross.
Chill out.
Sushi's mad overrated.
I love sushi. The sushi I had, awful. Place up in Scarborough, Ishi Sushi. Don't go there. Overpriced, overrated. Don't waste your money.
Personal goal, Hussey.
Personal goal. It's so hard to think about that, like, and be realistic about it.
Don't be
Goals
realistic.
aren't realistic.
No. Milestones.
Milestones.
What's a big milestone you want to hit? Hey, think
Own
about
my
it.
own gym.
There you go.
That's
Perfect. That's one of mine.
Own my own gym, dude. That'd be so badass.
You gonna let yourself go 24 hours? 24-hour access.
You guys?
Is your gym gonna be 24 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you asked, do we get access 24 hours?
Well, I mean, sure, but is it gonna be a 24-hour gym or not?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay, cool. Nate, personal goals, fitness goals.
Fitness goals.
Yes.
180 lean.
180 lean.
180 lean.
I got a pharmacist in Mexico who can help you out with that. Anyways,
Personal goal. I want my house to have a secret room.
180 lean. Personal goal. That's a great one.
So
secret room?
I've planned it all out.
I want a man
explain.
cave.
Bookshelf, press into it, it comes
Oh.
out, turns 180 degrees. I walk in, and it's a 6-seater theater with a big ass screen and a popcorn maker. If I don't have that by the time I die, I failed.
You're buried or cremated?
Cremated.
Just got deep.
I want to be cremated. I want my ashes.
Spread over Mount Kilimanjaro.
I want my ashes to be put in an hourglass.
I want my ashes to be spread at,
You see little teeth.
at Ronnie Coleman's final stomping grounds.
I want to be
That's
buried.
deep.
Yeah, man, shit.
That's deep.
Man, I want to be buried.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I want to be freaking incinerated.
I want to be like half and half. Can I do half and half?
Just keep
Is
your
that a
head.
thing?
I want bottom half
Which-
buried. Top half cremate that. Hey, was Stephen Hawking cremated or buried?
I don't
I'm on.
know.
Yeah. Hey, Mike, guy, get on that. Whoa, we gotta.
Alright, should we continue?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes, we
Alright,
should.
alright. So,
Oh, they can't see it. It's fine.
what is your favorite bulk meal?
What?
Well,
Makes no fucking sense. He was cremated, but they buried his ashes.
what they do with the? Never mind.
So what's the point? What's the point of getting cremated?
Save some more money. Smaller casket.
Yeah, but just right in the hole.
They just want to bury him with a shovel. They don't have to dig it out.
It's just dirt.
What if they like buried the ashes in the ground or put it in like a jar and buried
Is
it?
it in a box?
Put them in a time capsule.
Is it a box?
I want to be buried in a time capsule. Ashes. Have my grandkids dig me up.
That's fucked.
Treasure hunt, like geocaching, except with Grandpa. Don't move me up and down the country. Alright, okay, what was the question? I want to be his Lord of
sidetracked. Stephen Hawking came up, man. Alright. What is your favorite bulk meal?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
lasagna. I don't know. Bulk meal.
Favorite big meal?
Cheeseburgers. I just eat. I have like 4 cheeseburgers a day.
I think cheeseburgers are the most versatile meal. You can go as lean and as clean as you want, or you can go Five Guys.
I'll tell you what, I'd go with spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah, that's fine.
I could pound so much spaghetti and meatballs, dude. It
Who's
is.
gonna call it biscotti? I heard that coming out. Give me that spaghetti, bro.
Spaghetti.
Oh, you take that
Spaghetti.
shit bone in or
I
bone
could-
out?
What?
Bone in or bone out spaghetti?
Bone in or bone out?
Yeah.
I like mine without flour.
Nice. Hey, you know what?
Wings or flats? Well, drums
Flats.
or flats. I
Yeah.
meant,
Flats? I'm a flat guy.
Honestly, I'd have to go flat.
yeah. Have you heard?
It's just more accessible, you know.
You can clean the meat more.
More meat for the bite.
I've tried it.
but the dipping versatility, like
Yeah.
to dip them.
Yeah,
dipping
you
them-
can.
But if
You
you
also
get
get
a
a lot-
well-dosed wing full of sauce, you shouldn't have that problem.
You don't dip your wings in like ranch,
So you could.
but you do.
I think you showed me that.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He doesn't know. It's okay.
Not every time.
If you like spice, that's fine.
I mean, I don't discriminate with drums or flat.
Okay, wing guy. You know, yeah, I don't discriminate here. I love all. I love every single gender. There are 2 of them, and I love them both.
All right, we're gonna flip it around here. Okay.
Wait, Mike guy, wings or flats? Oh shit, drums or flats?
Goddamn.
I didn't do it. I didn't say first.
Fuck, I'm about for dipability. Drums.
Okay, well it's 2 and 2.
Yeah. So that's.
We're
I
gonna
never- I
we
never
have to
said
throw a
that.
headphone in the morning. On this
Well,
fucking
flats
thing.
taste better.
Probably. Flats do taste better.
Yeah.
Flats definitely taste.
I could eat boneless wings way more times than I could eat wings.
Really?
No, I'm with that.
Because I can
Boneless
consume.
wings a chicken nugget.
But I can consume so much more. They're more bald.
It takes way less time to eat it. You can just rip down a whole bunch of boneless wings.
See, like, but with boneless wings,
I prefer bone in, but if for convenience sake, the rest of my life, I want boneless. If I could eat
You don't
one,
like getting your fingers a little dirty?
I could stay.
see the thing, I don't care what it's called because obviously the guys that are heavy bone in guys, right?
Oh yeah.
They don't think boneless wings are wings, right? But I don't care about the name. I care about the taste. I care about how much meat I can fit in my mouth.
Yeah, bro, and I can fit 6. I can fit 6 to 10 boneless balls in my mouth. All right, I got maybe 1 to 3 bone in. All right, so back to my favorite bulk meal. I'm taking quesadillas, man. I want that shit nice, bro. We are clipping right now. That's how, dude. I'm sorry, that shit is so good. Quesadilla, probably top 10 favorite foods. Actually, no, top 1 favorite food.
Top one, not one.
You know what I mean? 0 favorite. Okay, next.
All right.
I want a quesadilla.
All right. Favorite cutting meal. What'd you do?
Favorite cutting meal?
Favorite cutting meal.
Who's gonna go first?
Water.
Ice cubes. Frozen grapes. Cutting snack and cutting meal. 2 different things. Frozen grapes got me through prep. So good until you get a carb cut. Favorite meal though?
Cucumbers.
What?
Cucumbers.
In Vaseline.
Cucumbers? What the hell is wrong with you? You ever seen a
Ranch
cat?
and no ranch. You seen them raw?
Ranch has too many calories.
Ranch is not anabolic. If you think ranch is anabolic, you have better luck eating your own nut. Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Mom.
If you're watching this, I'm
No,
sorry.
for real. Favorite cutting meal? I'm basic. Chicken, rice, broccoli.
Yeah.
Beef and rice.
Chicken rice broccoli is very just like.
It's so basic. It works. That's what I do.
Yeah, it's a chicken and rice is like.
Yeah, bro, I'm getting ready to finish my cut, Just kidding, I'm balking. Yeah. You see my cut?
All right.
Alright, what's
All
next?
right. Next question. All right. Advice for someone who wants to start working out. Who wants to start?
Let's each put a piece in. Nate, you go first.
Don't overwhelm yourself and don't try to do too much at once. I'm gonna leave it at that. You?
Dial in your form. Don't ego lift.
Okay. Thomas.
Make sure you're getting enough rest.
Okay. So whoever asked that question, write those down. Look at them. Remember them. Practice them.
Put them on your lock screen.
Put them on your lock screen.
Rest.
Rest.
Correct form.
Correct form. And don't try to do too much at once.
Don't
Don't
overwork.
ego lift.
A basic split is a basic split for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
All right? Arnold Schwarzenegger won on super easy lifts.
All right.
Move on.
All right.
What's next, buddy?
Would you rather be 4% body fat or have a dumpy?
Who has this one?
Dusty.
Sam? Oh.
Yes.
Oh my! Wow, this kid's pumping him out. 4% body fat. Am I a happy and productive 4% body fat?
See, there's nothing with it. It's just one or the other, man.
Well, I feel like you can't dig too deep into it. You just have to take it for like.
Then I'd have a
Depends on the dumpy.
yeah, bro.
Right.
See, it's very open ended. I would rather be a happy 4% body fat, assuming that that's not physically possible because I've almost been there. A dumpy.
Word.
Bro was just trying to plug his TikTok.
Dude, honestly,
Who? Dusty?
having a dumpy, bro, that shows you work for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Girls
Imagine
like
being
that.
4% and have a dumpy.
That'd be
Imagine
the
being
best.
shredded and then just your ass.
Just have a beautiful rounded behind.
All right. So there's one more question. All right. Thoughts on suicide grip
I like it.
for pressing?
Like death grip, like thumbs up, like this.
Yeah, like this.
I like it for
any-
machines.
any pressing
I do it for
movement.
machines. I don't do it for like
Yeah.
free weight.
I do it for literally everything I can do it at. That's including dumbbells.
Mm-hmm.
It's including machines, everything.
I started suicide grip last year, and I haven't gone back. Like I feel like I feel like I have a better grip of the bar. I don't know if
so
that
like
makes sense.
you move
You
weight
drive-
better when your arm is in line like
You
this.
drive through your
So
palm
putting your
better.
thumb like this makes it more makes it more
it
straight.
stacks all your joints. It stacks your elbow. It stacks. It puts your shoulder more in line.
Yeah, no,
right? Keeps everything in line. Keeps everything strong. Keeps everything stable.
I've had people have trained not be able to hit 225 gripping regularly, but be able to hit it suicide grip.
Yeah.
Death grip, whatever you want to call it.
It's just you got to get used to it.
Yeah.
It's
A lot
just-
of people,
it's
they hate it at first. Just like when you tell them to go like reverse or whatever on deadlifts. Do you do reverse at all? No. Do you strap?
switch grip or
yes,
switch grip?
Reverse grip, switch grip.
Yeah.
You do that? Yeah. A lot of people hate it until they like really use it and like actually learn it.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's just easy.
Yeah.
Anything else, Nate?
No, I don't. I don't have anything else.
Guys, this has been a really good and fun podcast.
This is the most fun one. I think this is the most like natural, just like chewing off.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, Hussey did most of the talking too. My life was easy.
Yeah, no, I had a good time.
Yeah.
I learned. Okay, it's also cool because first time meeting Dusty, I learned a lot about Dusty. Not Dusty.
Oh wow! This.
Jesus.
All right, hang on.
Hussey.
Mike
It's
guy.
the first time meeting Hussey, and I learned a lot about Hussey today.
Mike guy, do you have anything to say?
Nah, excited about the shirt drop. Excited to get that merch. Get my hands on the merch. Glad to be back in the studio with the boys, producing some podcasts. Yeah.
Let's get a round of applause for Mike guy. Honestly, he's doing God's work over there, man.
Yeah,
Like,
Mike guy is back there doing stuff that no man wants to do.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Yeah, shout out to you.
it doesn't go unnoticed and unappreciated.
Yeah, no. It's funny because we never like told him when to come. He just showed up both times coincidentally right before we started and it worked out. No, and we can't complain. We cannot complain having a guy behind the mic.
All right.
Hussey, you wanna outro us, man?
Yeah, you want to close it?
Man.
Tell us to
Leave
like,
us a
tell them to
couple
like,
words.
comment, subscribe,
Yeah,
leave
yeah.
some feedback.
All right, boys. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, use code Hussey, 10% off, Subzero supplements.com.
Do you want to leave people who are listening with something that will stay with them forever?
Resonate with them.
Something that they'll think about when they go to bed.
Yeah, and when they wake up in the morning, and then when they go to bed the next night.
Nah, we don't want to scar them.
Oh, sorry, bro. Yeah, I got.
Change the world one bicep curl at a time.
Girls get the girls.
Do you have anything that you want to leave people with?
Really try to acknowledge the work you've done and don't take anything for granted because before you know it, it can be taken right away from you. So don't take anything for granted. Anything you gotta say?
Look before you leap.
Is that like an intro reference? Like take drugs?
Podcast is over.
Thank you guys. Wow. Wow.